We're alive as
Almost.
opposed to being dead.
Geez. Okay, now you're live.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, folks. Always nice to be alive. I can ask a quick question of our town clerk.
Where is your...
Have we ever, speaking of being alive and megabytes and bits and all that stuff, how are we doing on our upgrade? Have you ever heard anything from them?
I haven't. I don't know. I have not been interfacing with them.
But it's been like a month. We asked to upgrade the...
You're talking about Trio?
No,
what are you talking about?
upgrade the speed of our network.
Oh, yeah, it's been a month. We had the storm come through. I don't know if that affected things. Their bottom line says it may take as much as 60 days.
From now?
No, from when we put the order in.
Okay.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, they go in and they say, okay.
It's a button,
good.
right?
Yeah, almost. So,
Okay, that was just a question how we were doing.
Yeah, no, good question.
Okay, sir. You're up.
Okay. I don't have a report tonight, except to say, thanks to Danielle, primarily, we have a town report.
Ah, look at that.
I'll let you pass that to Harvey, because I don't want to toss it like I usually do to him.
Thank you. Oh, okay. I was running awful.
All I printed so far.
What a beautiful picture on the front.
We even got it in there in color for you.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
isn't that a nice picture? That's compliments of Harvey. on his front cover.
Ossipee River down there.
Yeah.
A professional photographer, are you?
Well, I've been known to do a little bit here and there.
Is
Do you
that-
want us to sign the warrant?
Well, you have the warrant here to sign.
That'd be good.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't want to get ahead. People were looking
Well,
at that.
it says up here, it says C71, and 71 says sign annual town meeting warrant.
Okay, that's the official copy.
This is the special paper,
That is, yeah.
so it all disappears after 2 months.
Hopefully not.
How many of these do you put together?
We do 100 in the first run, and then we do them in batches of 10 as we need them. We've done, I think, 120 or 130 in general.
You should,
So I will say that town reports will be available tomorrow after 10 o'clock. We'll get some printed. It is on the website. You can look at it right now in the luxury of your own home if you would like.
Oh, so it's already, okay.
Yeah, it's already posted.
think how much money you guys have saved over. I remember when you used to send that out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was quite a few years ago, but
Yeah.
and
Well,
they
they
kept
had to.
charging you.
Yeah, the problem was the minimum was 300, and we would end up with half of what we ordered, or had to order, and throw them away. So that's when we decided to try it ourselves. And it is labor intense, but that's okay.
It works.
It works, yeah.
I went down to the old town hall there one time when they had a show down there. There was a case of them still upstairs,
Yeah.
1980s.
Wouldn't be
I
surprised.
got one here.
Yeah.
I took one from.
Yeah, I mean, we've got at least one copy, if not two, of every year that we send out. Okay, so that's the warrant, that's town report, and that's about all I have. We've been cranking on town report.
Okay. Thank you, Dave. Mm-hmm. Appreciate all your collating.
Ooh, look at that.
I know, we got the
Color.
budget numbers in the back. People will be overjoyed. They
Thanks, Jesse.
don't want to miss their pie chart. All right, so we've approved the agenda, last week's minutes, meeting notes, whatever, and the bills. We do have a couple of ads, I think. I mean, one being the Zoning Board of Appeals public hearing was rescheduled to Wednesday, September 7th at 6 o'clock. And we have the planning board meeting at 7 o'clock, so 2 for 1, folks. We did have boy, if I could pronounce the person's name, Jeffrey Kalinish, I guess.
Kalinich?
Yeah, he's the Assistant Shoreland Zoning Coordinator for the state. And it's a response to an inquiry by our code enforcement officers as to a trailer on the road between the ponds and whether it should be there or not. This was a basic concern from Marion Wright a few months ago, so hopefully there's some closure on that. Hopefully. I don't know, has anyone gotten any information from our animal control officer? Jesse, did she ever respond to you?
She did, but not with any offering of certifications. She didn't. She said she had taken the course. I thought that what they say, 2008?
Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and she said she took a course this year, but she didn't take one last year because of COVID.
Okay. Deb, is there any way we can verify that?
I asked her to.
Call the state or something? Wouldn't they have records?
It's a state report that they're trying to fill out, David and Danielle.
I asked her to please let us know going forward when she is going to take one. I
Okay.
Normally, that is, you have to pay to go to those classes.
Could you get in touch with Cornish and see if they,
He has some problems.
at least we're consistent. All right. The Comprehensive Committee, Harvey, you had a meeting coming up?
Yeah, that's tonight. Hopefully we can clean up a few of the first 5 chapters and get a definite sign off on them. That would be good. So it's moving along.
Okay. Solar update, you talked to the new representative? Harvey, you said you talked to the new solar...
Oh, yes, Mr., I can't pronounce his name, Schleck, I think. That's my best. I emailed him, and he said he would get back to me with some information before the town meeting, or so we could at least talk intelligently about what's going on.
Okay.
So,
The Stanley Building, we have...
That's from last week, Ed.
Right, I noticed that. We're transferring some money. This is money that was approved for road repair that didn't get used this year by June 30th. It's, I think, been used by now, but it wasn't spent by June 30th, and we transferred it to a reserve account so it can continue to be used for road repair. And so, the town meeting warrant, which we just signed. Don't forget, a week from Saturday is the town meeting.
can interject, the week from Friday is the election.
Okay,
3
right.
to 7.
Good.
And town meeting is at 9 a.m. on Saturday.
Good interjection. We have a notice here on Moreau versus the town of Parsonsfield, i.e. Reed Lane. This is just a concern about the timing of the appeals, and the appeals were filed late and that type of thing, so. Courts will say, yes, you're late, or you weren't late. We have a note from Judy Ingram, who was concerned about some things going on the pond, and was hoping or wondering whether our CEO had enough time to handle all the things that are happening in Parsonsfield. So that's one thing we said we'd look into, increasing the hours or making the CEO a full-time job. So that's something we'll be looking into in the next month or so. And the CEO does have a complaint form. If you have a concern, just give him a call and he'll send you the form, or Debbie or David, someone will send you the form.
It's also on the website.
Okay. We have some good news, if you want to call storm costs. Remember, we talked maybe a month ago about that storm costing us about $13,000 or $14,000. The town's insurance will pick up $5,000 of that, so.
Really?
Well, we do have, it does say,
Because they'll pick up the portion that was on our on the property here.
Right, and the
Yeah.
big part is because the driveway was blocked, so he said because of that, it's definitely going to be covered. And I sent him all the pictures that I had, so,
Interesting.
yeah.
so we'll be working next week probably on a workshop for tax-acquired property. There's more information that came in about notifications and senior citizens and homesteads and all that stuff. So we'll be making sure our policies, we really don't have any now, will comply with the new guidelines that were put out.
Do you want to wait till after the scheduled workshop?
Do we have anything for next week, really? Yeah. Well, I'd
A
like
lot of material here to review.
Yeah, there is.
pages.
Yeah.
Pages. Okay. Put that right after that. Well, but see, then we're going to get into the tax. Let's try and do it now. Let's work on it next week.
Okay, well, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Because then we're going to have taxes and all that interesting stuff. Our insurance company did send us a little note saying we had a meeting with them a couple of weeks ago. The only problem we had was that the town hall was insured for $1.4 million, and it's like 2.1. And the problem is that if it's insured for, say, 50% of its value, and you have a claim you're gonna get 50% of the claim. That's roughly the bottom line. So the only way you get the amount you claim or the amount you had for damage is if the property is fully insured. And that works for residential as well as commercial folks.
Are you approving this?
Well, that's the thing, so I haven't got to that yet. So he sent us last year's insurance policy for some reason, but hopefully we can get the new policy that we agreed upon 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago. This additional insurance would cost us $899. He was thinking it was around $400 or $500, but it's $899. So if you folks could vote on that, this is to bring this building up to its insured value. Do we have any?
You mean
Any
to bring the
discussion?
insurance up to the value of the property?
Well, it's, right, or,
Yes.
okay. You concur?
Oh, I'd hate to have something happen to it and not have insurance on it.
Well, we have insurance, we just get half of it back.
Well, that's what
the
I'm
problem.
saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I ask, do they do an annual assessment? I mean, why did this get so out of whack?
I don't know. I have no idea. He didn't mention it last year,
Yeah,
because we would have taken some action last year if we'd known.
yeah.
So,
I think it may be something to do with the increase in property values or something, maybe. I honestly don't know. I wasn't,
Materials.
my fault, I wasn't here for the insurance. I never seemed to catch that guy.
And there was something about being a brick building that was much more costly too than
what?
just doing a stick structure.
I'm sorry, how?
Replacing a brick building. If you
Oh,
have a
yes.
fire in a brick building, you got to replace all the bricks. I mean, you can't just be.
Well, you don't
out of
have to,
them.
but if you want a new brick building, you do.
Yeah.
And they get fire exposed and crack and
Right.
break and like, it got into that kind of a conversation, but.
Harvey, you want to tell us about generators and?
Well, I haven't heard I'm waiting to hear about the install on the generator, but the propane tank has been installed and it's ready there and waiting for that. So hopefully within a day or two I can find out what's going on with the generator. I did contact David Clay from Mechanical Services about the 4 projects that we now have currently. One is the control center, the furnace regulator and faucets for the rest of the building, or most of them. And then we have the hot water heater. And what was the last one? General service for the building for the year. Cleaning out, the furnace, getting that cleaned, replacing filters, and general idea that'll give us some idea of what's going on with the building. Hopefully they can find it as they're doing it. So. But that should, if everything gets done, we'll put this building in fairly good standing. That's the goal, I guess, is to keep it
Keep it in good standing.
Keep it in good standing and keep up with all the maintenance that has to be done. And of course, Jesse, we got the steel going on the outside of the building.
Do we have any word on the outside
He
steel?
asked me how soon we needed it done, and I said yesterday. And then I said if we could do it in the next month, that would be great. Not knowing how busy, hopefully he just puts us in, I understand how it goes,
Yeah,
how much work he has ahead of time. Hopefully we fit in.
nice before the snow flies.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Is it
And-
important to get that window out before
I asked
the
him to do it.
generator is used?
No, the tank had to be 10 feet away from the building. So I think that was
So that covers us.
give them plenty of room there to work with. But having a metal on the back down is probably a better idea where the gas tank is right there.
Well,
something-
if something happens with the tank,
It's gonna go after that building.
It won't
No,
matter.
I just thought the window was an issue with the installation.
Well, I think it was when it was so, we thought it would be closer,
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
About 10 feet away, it shouldn't be any problem.
Okay.
Okay, from my standpoint, we're finally going to get audio, visual in the meetings and stuff. We're scheduled for October 10th and 11th. So hopefully we'll be upgraded in speed by then. That's why I asked David earlier. So that's progressing. And then probably, so end of September, first part of October, we'll have another special town meeting. We've got about 10 or 12 things to go over, 10 or 11, 10 or 12. We'll be talking about use of the rescue funds, parking lot vehicle, town hall, sidewalk repair, changing some zoning on Route 25, which the planning board will be involved in, plowing, reducing some plowing on Keezer Mountain Road and Hasty Road, work on the CEO full-time or more hours. The comprehensive plan needs a few more bucks, we think. And we have some tax-acquired property. We want to get that policy done and in shape, so. A little unusual to have a special town meeting within a month after the regular town meeting, but these are all mostly administrative things that we just want to make sure that people of the town know what's going on. So, since we have no visitors today, does anyone else have anything they'd like to add? David?
Yes, I just want to make a couple of points. First, we don't have any Saturday hours in September because the first Saturday is a holiday weekend. Absentee ballots are available tomorrow and Thursday and next Tuesday in the clerk's office. After Tuesday, you have to meet special circumstances, meaning you have to be hospitalized or you're called out of town unexpectedly. That doesn't mean your fishing trip that you scheduled a year ago is coming up.
Up to camp.
Right, okay. And just reiterate that we are closed on Monday for Labor Day.
What absentee ballots, how many roughly?
I don't know, you'd have to ask Danielle.
Okay.
I haven't even looked at them.
I mean,
I can't,
okay.
I literally cannot touch them, Ed, and
Well, no, but yet you could observe the number.
well, yeah, but some come in by phone, some come in by,
They come in by phone?
yeah, you can request, a person can request, they can't request for anybody else, but they can request their own absentee ballot on the phone.
Well, I was just sort of thinking how many have shown up in the office?
Oh, I would guess.
5, 10, 20, 30?
I would guess.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Any other words of wisdom?
Get out and vote.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Des, anything?
No.
All right, well, thank you, folks. A little, 25 minutes. Thank you again for listening, hopefully.
I actually have time before the next meeting.
Huh?